What does not kill us makes us stronger. Have you ever looked back at the most difficult moments in your life and realized that those very experiences helped you grow? There are challenges that seem impossible to overcome, but when we persevere and keep moving forward, we see that we have become much stronger. This is the power of resilience, not being defeated but transforming pain into motivation for growth. This saying is not just a word of encouragement. It also reflects a profound truth about human nature and psychological evolution. When facing adversity, painful experiences, and harsh trials, people have two choices: to succumb or to become stronger. Hardships are not merely obstacles, they are tests that help us surpass our own limits. Life is never easy, and often, the things that cause us the most suffering are the very things that help us grow. When wounded, the body has a mechanism to heal itself, but more importantly, the mind must also learn to adapt. Those who have experienced failure, loss, or major upheavals tend to develop greater resilience in the future. This is a type of training that cannot be replaced by any theoretical lesson. This philosophy is also closely linked to the will to rise and the spirit of freedom. Those who are overwhelmed by adversity are often the ones who lack the motivation to move forward, while those who know how to use hardships as opportunities for learning and growth will become more resilient than ever. In reality, history has proven that many great figures became strong by overcoming severe challenges. Successful entrepreneurs often come from hardship. Great scientists were once ridiculed before they discovered the truth. And even in personal life, every fall and rise makes a person tougher, more confident, and less fearful. Looking back at the hardest times in life, many people realize that those very experiences helped them grow the most. However, strength does not come only from enduring, but also from learning, adapting, and transforming. If a person faces adversity without drawing lessons from it, they will remain trapped in suffering. But if they see it as an opportunity for growth, they will continue to rise, just like a piece of steel that becomes stronger after being forged in fire. This saying is not merely a philosophical statement, but also a guiding principle for anyone who wants to live a stronger life. Embrace difficulties not with fear, but with resilience. It is in the darkest moments that people have the greatest opportunity to shine. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. In the most difficult moments of life, what keeps a person from collapsing? It is not physical strength nor favorable circumstances, but a goal strong enough to keep moving forward. When a person has a powerful reason to live, they can endure any hardship, overcome any challenge, no matter how impossible it may seem. Life is not always smooth, and everyone will at some point face crises that shake them to their core. But if there is a clear purpose, a strong motivation, then even through stormy days, one can keep moving forward. Those who lack a reason to live often give up easily in the face of difficulties, while those with a clear goal persevere because they understand that their journey holds a meaning far greater than temporary pain. Throughout history, many people have survived extreme adversity solely because they had a reason to keep going. Prisoners in concentration camps, patients facing death, or individuals who have lost everything but still press on, all share one common trait: a purpose that they cannot abandon. That purpose gives them the strength to confront suffering, transforming pain into the driving force to continue. Looking at reality, this principle applies to every aspect of life. An athlete endures hours of grueling training because of their desire to win. A father or mother works tirelessly to secure a better future for their children. A young person faces every challenge in pursuit of their dreams because they know that if they give up, they will live in regret forever. However, not everyone easily finds their reason to live. Sometimes people feel lost, directionless, unsure of where they are going. But in those moments, taking time to ask oneself what truly matters can help redefine the path ahead. A strong reason does not have to be something grand. It can be love, responsibility, passion, or even just the desire to live each day to the fullest. Having a reason to live does not mean there will be no suffering or difficulties, but it makes every challenge worthwhile. When we know what we are striving for, we no longer fear obstacles. Instead of being drowned by adversity, we learn to use it as a stepping stone to go further. This saying is not just a philosophy of life, but a guiding principle that helps each person find their own path. Take the time to discover what truly matters to you, because when you have a strong enough reason, no difficulty is insurmountable. There is no eternal truth, just as there is no eternal truth. Truth, a concept that seems immutable yet constantly changes with time, circumstances, and human perception. When confronted with this statement, many might feel confused. How can a truth not be eternal? Isn't truth supposed to be unchanging? But if we look deeper, we can see that what we once believed to be undeniable was, in fact, just a temporary perspective of that era. Human history is the clearest proof of the continuous transformation of what was once considered absolute truth. There was a time when people believed that the earth was the center of the universe, that all celestial bodies revolved around it. This idea was once an undeniable truth, but it was later overturned by science, and a new truth was established. This shows that truth is not a fixed entity, but a continuous flow, influenced by knowledge, culture, and the evolution of human understanding. Not only in science, but even in daily life, what we believe to be true today may become meaningless tomorrow. Moral values, social perspectives, and personal beliefs also evolve over time. What was once considered an unshakable standard is now outdated, giving way to new ideologies. This indicates that people should not cling rigidly to any belief, but should remain open to change and new possibilities. But if there is no eternal truth, does that mean everything is chaotic? Not necessarily. Instead of seeking an unchanging truth, people should learn to embrace change and find truths that are relevant to their time and circumstances. The important thing is not to hold on to a single belief, but to have enough flexibility to adjust one's understanding based on reality. This statement also reminds us that truth can be manipulated and shaped by those in power. History has repeatedly shown that what is labeled as truth can, in reality, be a product of ideology, political interests, or mechanisms of knowledge control. This is why people must always question, remain skeptical, and continuously seek new knowledge rather than accept everything as an absolute truth. One of the most important lessons from this statement is the spirit of critical thinking. Humanity cannot progress by passively accepting everything that is presented. Instead, we must constantly question, explore, and seek understanding. It is through doubt and critical reasoning that humankind has escaped the darkness of blind beliefs and entered an era of knowledge. Therefore, always stay open to new perspectives. Always question what seems obvious. No truth is absolute, and that is not something to fear. It is an opportunity for us to continuously expand our understanding, seek deeper knowledge, and adapt to a world that is constantly changing. In every true man, there is a hidden child who wants to play. Life often forces people to wear layers of responsibility, social pressure, and invisible expectations. Everyone must grow up, be strong, and face reality with resilience. But deep inside each person, regardless of age or status, there still exists a free-spirited, innocent part, a child that never truly disappears. It is the part that remains curious, that yearns to play, create, and explore life without being bound by rigid rules. Society often measures maturity by one's ability to control emotions, to act according to set norms. But does growing up mean giving up the pure joy of a child? In reality, those who truly understand themselves, those who reach the deepest wisdom, are often the ones who still preserve their playful spirit from childhood. They do not let external pressures extinguish their curiosity, creativity, or passion for life. A child does not only play freely, but also lives with an absolute sense of liberty. It is not burdened by the worries of tomorrow, nor constrained by societal expectations. This spirit is the core element that allows humans to attain true freedom. When an adult retains the essence of their inner child, they can work with greater creativity, enjoy life more fully, and live with authenticity and openness. Geniuses, artists, and great scientists are often those who never lose the ability to see the world through the eyes of a child, full of wonder and excitement. The modern world is filled with rules, competition, and invisible pressures. People chase after success, strive to prove their worth, and take everything in life seriously. But is a life devoid of joy and the ability to appreciate simple pleasures truly a life worth pursuing? The most memorable moments are not necessarily when we achieve great milestones, but when we can laugh freely, forget our worries, and simply enjoy the present. The presence of the child within each person is a reminder that growing up does not mean losing joy. It means learning to balance responsibility with the enjoyment of life. A true man is not someone who entirely discards his carefree nature, but someone who knows when to be serious, when to let go, and when to live like a child to keep his spirit from being worn down by the burdens of life. Perhaps the secret to a fulfilling life does not lie in chasing after grand achievements, but in rediscovering the simple joys of childhood within the journey of adulthood. Only when we retain the spark of joy and creativity can we truly live a complete life. Do not be afraid to laugh, to play, to live in the way your inner child has always longed for, because that is the truest essence of who you are. I cannot believe in a God who always wants to be prayed to. For centuries, humans have sought the meaning of life in religious beliefs, in prayers, in the hope that a supreme force guides them through every trial. But what happens if that faith does not stem from understanding, but is merely a result of fear, of dependence? This statement does not outright deny religion, but instead poses an important question about the nature of belief. Does a supreme being truly need prayers, or is it humans who need comfort? For many, prayer is a way to seek strength, to hope for a miracle, or to find salvation from an external force. But if all hope rests solely in prayers, can people truly change anything? If we only beg without acting, if we only wait without forging our own path forward, life will remain trapped in a cycle of expectation and disappointment. It is not prayers that determine fate, but action, struggle, and the ability to shape one's own destiny. There is an undeniable truth. The world operates according to its own laws, unaffected by pleas. Natural disasters do not stop because someone prays. Wars do not end because of whispered words in a sanctuary. And personal hardships do not simply disappear when hands are clasped in prayer. If a deity exists, would it truly demand absolute devotion, or would it value something greater, freedom, human progress, and the ability to face the world with strength? Perhaps what is truly necessary is not prayer, but enlightenment. The realization that humans should not place their fate in the hands of a supernatural force. True freedom comes from independent thinking, from asking questions, seeking answers, and taking responsibility for one's own life. A strong person is not one who constantly seeks salvation, but one who understands that they have the power to change their own reality. The world does not reward those who merely hope. It rewards those who take action. The great figures in history did not become extraordinary through prayer alone, but because they stood up, faced reality, and dared to change it. Life is not in the hands of any divine force. It is in the hands of those who have the courage to shape their own destiny. So ask yourself, do we truly need a supreme being to listen to our every plea, or do we need a spirit strong enough to stand firm through every challenge without external intervention? Perhaps, instead of waiting for a miracle, we should become the miracle in our own lives. Life is not about waiting for miracles. It is about actively creating change. Faith, if not accompanied by action, is nothing more than an aimless dream. If one only prays without taking steps forward, if one only hopes without acting, then desires will remain mere thoughts, never materializing into reality. The world does not reward those who merely dream. It rewards those who turn dreams into plans and plans into action. Only by stepping out of one's comfort zone can people truly realize their potential and pave the way for real miracles. True strength does not come from seeking refuge in a supernatural force, but from standing firm amid storms without needing an invisible hand to lift us. No path is laid out in advance. No miracle will appear if effort is absent. Life does not favor anyone, but those who persevere, who create opportunities for themselves, and who keep moving forward will always find light. Obstacles are not meant to hold us back. They exist to forge us, to test our determination and unwavering will. Every fall is not an endpoint, but a valuable lesson that allows us to rise even stronger. Instead of placing fate in the hands of an external power, believe in yourself. For humans have the ability to create change, to overcome adversity, and to take control of their destiny through courage and perseverance. Every decision, every action, every thought contributes to shaping the future. No one can change your life but you. Every passing moment is an opportunity to move forward, to be better than yesterday, and to continually refine oneself. The world belongs to those who dare to try, to act, to fail, and to rise again. We do not need a miracle to succeed, nor do we need a supreme being to dictate our path. What we truly need is faith in ourselves, inner strength, and the willingness to face reality without fear. No one is born strong, but everyone has the ability to cultivate that strength. Every great achievement in history has been built by individuals who did not wait for opportunities but created them. Rise up, take action, and become the guide of your own journey, because no one else can do it for you. You are the author of your own story, and only when you take the pen and draw your own path will you truly live a life worth remembering. Do not wait for a miracle. Become the miracle yourself.